Now, the United States of America is sending yet another of its aircraft carriers to West Asia amidst the escalation that's clearly happening with Iran. Now, according to a New York Times report, the US's Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier and its strike group that are stationed in the Caribbean will be sent to West Asia and will remain deployed there until April or perhaps early May. The report has cited 4 U.S. officials who have confirmed that the crew has been informed of this decision on Thursday. Now, some of the carrier's warplanes reportedly had participated in the 3rd of January capture/kidnap of the Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Now, the move comes after President Donald Trump said on Tuesday that he was considering sending a second aircraft carrier to West Asia if a deal is not reached in the negotiations that are currently underway with Iran. However, earlier the Wall Street Journal, in a report citing American officials, had stated that the Pentagon was preparing to deploy the aircraft carrier USS George H.W. Bush in a span of 2 weeks, potentially expediting its training exercises off the coast of Virginia. The White House and the Pentagon have not confirmed the name of the warship. The second U.S. aircraft carrier will join the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Persian Gulf, and the first aircraft carrier, along with several guided missile destroyers, arrived in West Asia in January, as Trump has ramped up threats against Iran over its deadly crackdown on the anti-government protests. Meanwhile, speaking a day after hosting Netanyahu at the White House, Donald Trump threatened Iran again with some very traumatic consequences if a deal is not reached on the question of nuclear enrichment. He said that he hoped for a result by next month from Washington's negotiations with Tehran over its nuclear program.
We have to make a deal, otherwise it's going to be very traumatic. Very traumatic. I don't want that to happen, but we have to make a deal. They should have made a deal the first time, and they got Midnight Hammer instead. And this will be very traumatic for Iran if they don't make a deal.
However, the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu said that he was skeptical about the quality of any such agreement. Before departing for the State of Israel again, he added that any deal with Iran must also consider Tehran's ballistic missiles and its support for regional proxies that are termed the axis of resistance by the Iranians.
I will not hide from you that I expressed general skepticism regarding the quality of any agreement with Iran. But I said that if an agreement is indeed reached, it must include the elements that are very important from our perspective, from Israel's perspective, and in my view, not only Israel's. It's not just the nuclear issue, it's also the ballistic missiles and Iran's proxies.
Furthermore, new satellite photographs analyzed by the US-based Institute for Science and International Security have revealed that Iran is reinforcing its tunnel entrances at Mount Kolangaz-La, also known as the Pickaxe Mountain, near one of its nuclear sites. The upgrades strengthen the tunnels against any potential bombings by the Americans. In recent weeks, the satellite images have also revealed that Iran's Isfahan nuclear facility has undergone repairs and some defensive enhancements, with all entrances to its tunnel complex seemingly sealed off.
The United States is sending a second aircraft carrier to the Middle East. This comes amid high tensions with Iran over its nuclear program. The USS Gerald R. Ford will be coming to the Middle East. Right now it's in the Caribbean, where it had taken part in military operations there that saw the Americans seize former Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro and bring him to the United States to face charges. Now, the Ford is the world's biggest aircraft carrier, and it will move alongside the USS Abraham Lincoln, which has been in the region for some time now.
All right, we'll slip into a short break, but don't go anywhere. For on the other side, we'll get you more details about South Africa that has termed the gang violence as the most immediate threat that the country is facing. It has announced plans to deploy the army to tackle this crisis. Stay tuned.